Welcome back, guys. So I'm going to work on creating a custom basic headboard for my daughter's bed. We got off Facebook Marketplace a real simple twin bed that's pretty much just 4 posts and then the bed frame itself or whatever, and that's it. Doesn't even have any cross members or anything, so it actually can wobble a little bit. I think it was the top to a bunk bed, to be honest. And so she's got her pillows and whatnot falling off the edge. So I'm literally just, as basic as it is, this is just a plain old piece of edge glued pine, and I cut it down to 42 inches, which is the width of the bed. But I'm going to kind of decorate it up and play with it a little bit, drill a couple holes, and then I'm just going to screw this to the bed post. I'm not going to worry about bolts or anything like that. Simple, basic thing. So anyways, you know, I want to give her a little bit of design, so I used a paint can just to get some nice smooth. I'm going to cut this out with this jigsaw, and yeah, we'll see how good I can cut that out, and then we'll go from there. And so next, now that I've got, you know, just a little decorative top, whatever, it's not really a thing, and it's not perfectly smooth. I did use that jigsaw, but I'm using my most favorite new tool, my plunge router. So we're gonna give this a nice little finished edge to it. I love this tool, but I don't know that there's a messier one out there. I am a mess right now. Alright, so we got ourselves a nice little edge. Oh, I'm gonna run that real quick off camera just for a minute, because you see some fraying there. I'll clean that up. And then I need to get in between these edges just a tiny bit. Cool. So I forgot to tell you guys, for this edge, for that design, I used the cove bit, and this is a 1/4 inch cove bit with a bearing. So now I'm going to use the 1/2 inch core box that looks like this, just to get into those edges, hopefully, and you know, that not just look like a jigsaw cut. So let's get that knocked out real quick. Okay, so got, you know, I mean, it's whatever it is, it's just a little design, it's a little thing. I'm gonna put her name on it. I'm waiting for the stencils from my wife, and we're just printing some fonted letters off the internet. We're gonna write Raylan, or we're gonna glue that to it, and then I'm gonna try to use, I'm gonna start with the 1/4 inch straight to try to get the fine edges. Then I can go up to the 1/2 straight, and even 5/8 if I need to for larger areas. So that's what we're gonna do next. All right, so at this point, we printed some letters off the internet. My wife did that for me. She found a font that she liked, enlarged them, and I could have just left the whole sheet of paper on here, but you know, why have to deal with all that extra glue and stuff? So I cut them out roundabout to just a little bigger than the letter itself where it's at. And we're gonna use some spray adhesive. Spray them on. Space them out how you want them, of course. Center it. I'm going to try to use the thinnest, what is it? It's a 1/4 inch straight bit for this plunge router. I foresee this cursive being difficult, this font of the letters, but I'm going to try to follow it as best I can. Just do what I can do with it. As soon as I had started this and got through the R, I knew that I'd set the depth of my plunge router too deep. It was going to be a lot farther down than I really wanted it, but I was committed, so I had to stick with it and keep it at that depth. In the end, it worked out, but I had envisioned it being a little shallower than that. I also really struggled with the cursive and following the font. You know, this wasn't a stencil, it's more of a guide, and so you're still freehanding. And you're still using a large power tool that's rotating. So I did the best I can. I'm happy with it, but it could have been a little better. Some people only want brand new things, and they get a lot of joy out of getting something new nobody else has had from the store, etc., etc. Some people really like saving a buck, getting something used, getting a great deal. Some people actually like get joy, not only saving a buck, but get joy from like giving something a second life, an item, you know, giving it its second home, giving it, you know, restoring it, refurbishing it, or just reusing it when somebody else has gotten their use out of it. Even stuff that I'm done with, I hate to just throw it out. I'm so much happier when I give it away. So like Raylan's bed, for instance, I don't even remember if we paid any money or if it was given to us. That part doesn't really matter to me. All I know is I didn't have to, like, yeah, I looked at buying a new bed, looked at buying a fancy bed that was like really cool and, you know, I don't know, a ship or a castle or something. But like, so we got the bed frame for, let's say $25. And even then, some people might be happy to get that, but then they're like, oh man, this thing like stinks. Her pillows are falling off at night, and it's kind of a little wobbly because it's a little less stability, whatever. Some people might try to, I don't know, buy a replacement part off the internet or order something, and that's fine. Like, none of this am I saying is not fine. But I'm just saying that I got to spend my afternoon and kind of play around. Gave me something to do, something I enjoy, being crafty, making something. This is custom made for my daughter. You know that dollhouse that I started this channel on early on? I was making that big old Barbie dollhouse. To this day, she sometimes just out of the blue is like, Dad, I love you. Thank you for my Gabby dollhouse. I love it. I mean, it was a monstrosity. It was hideous. Or still is. I still have it. It's not very good craftsmanship. But my daughter loves it. It was made for her. It's got a special bond. And things like this headboard. Take a piece of wood, take an old bed frame, putting them back together and making something out of it. Didn't really cost me much. I mean, yeah, this piece of wood cost whatever it cost when I bought it, but it's been in my garage for a couple months waiting for a project. I kind of did have one in mind, but this is better usage. But I'm rambling right now. But my point is, you know, I enjoy this for more than just saving a buck. It's not just about saving a buck. It's not just about I'm using somebody else owned before. Like, I get to make something. I'm creating something. I'm having fun. My daughter appreciates it. You know, she was excited when I asked my wife to make the letters, just because she goes, "Oh, Dad, you're and she's, you know, almost 4, so she's little. But you're printing my name." She's excited for printing her name. She hasn't seen this yet, but when I put this headboard on, unfortunately it won't be dry tonight. It'll have to be tomorrow. But when she gets this on her bed, and the whole thing is the function, yeah, okay, I'm going to keep her pillows from falling over the head side and give it a little more stability. But when she sees this, and you might think it's hideous and ugly and crappy and looks bad, but like, you know, it's going to do what it's supposed to, and she's going to appreciate it. I have fun making it, so that's why I do this stuff. Like, I don't know. Trying to not go over the letters at a point when I have a whole lot of paint on my roller. I'm trying to do that when there's the least amount, so that it does not, I don't want to drip and glop any paint down in there. So that's why I kind of hit up the edges, and after I've done that, like right now, right here, boom, and then come back to this side, or come back over top of these letters. That's why I fill it in a little thicker. I am making a headboard for your bed. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm using the camera too. All right, Ray.
I don't see the blue thing.
Climb up here. Let's see what you got. Come here. That says your name. That says Raylan.
And Jones?
Well, no, it just says Raylan. There's not enough room to put your full name on there. What do you think? We're going to put that on your bed.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Oh, I didn't get any on your hands. Okay, guys. So, there you have it. Actually, well, yeah, I'm not going to have you stick around for that. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to pop a couple screw holes in the sides. And then, like I said, when I take it, I'm just going to put screws through it. Put it right on her headboard of her bed. And there you go. It's not perfect. It, you know, the stencils. You're making a lot of noise, girl. It's not perfect. I mean, it's a not a stencil, it's a guide, so I still had to freehand, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty well. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.